The next one on the list is HB 135, which I understand was one of the subjects of a hearing before the Judiciary Committee, and I'm going to turn the floor over to you.
That was heard this week. There was an enormous amount of interest in it, and as Representative Garrity said, that is also arising out of people's concern for lack of remedies. The remedy proposed in that one is to alter the wording of the clause that says that a judge may invalidate the action taken at a meeting that was taken in violation of the right to know law. The language as proposed would require a judge to invalidate every action taken at such a meeting. And there was a significant amount of discussion about whether that should be amended to keep some discretion, and if so, how much. So that is in the pipeline.
But, Mr. Chairman, I would favor, if we have time today, to have some brief discussion.
I'd like to do that
about that.
I have some theoretical questions.
A matter of some urgency that this commission discuss and take a position on. Not yet.
Well done.
Will there be an opportunity for
Public comment?
Yeah.
You bet.
Now or later?
At the end of toward the end of our meeting.
Right.
And just be aware that the public hearing for the legislature has already happened. There will probably be subcommittee work on that, at which the public may be present but may speak if invited.
And you could, members of the public could still submit written testimony.
Absolutely.
To Judiciary on
Absolutely.
House Bill 135 or anything.
Absolutely.
You just deliver it to room 208. Oh, that's this room. Okay, so, you know, even a handwritten note that says I agree, disagree, here's why. Just leave it on the desk of the secretary, and then we'll be okay. Very good. That's 135.
Yep.
89.
89 is another one that.
Mr. Chairman?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do we have a copy?
House Bill 135.
Yeah.
I have one if you want to look at it.
Yeah.
Steve, all it does is, the only change it makes, it changes the word may to shall. That's it.
Well, it also actually crosses out the word if circumstances should
Right.
justify the action.
Pass those down to
It removes the judicial discretion. So it says may if circumstances require that it do so.
Okay.
More to the point with that one, 135. That's a fairly major change, and it would seem to me, and I've raised this point before, that we are the oversight commission that was not appointed by the legislature, but created by the legislature to offer oversight to right to know issue and to recommend to issues and recommend legislation. And it seems to me that there ought to be some thought given in the various legislative committees to whom proposed legislation is sent, to at least give some thought to referring it over to this commission before scheduling public hearings. It just seems to me that would be a more orderly way of approaching it.
Go ahead.
The problem is that any member may submit any legislation. And once submitted, there are very strict and very, very tight time deadlines on which the House must act. One of the things that the House may do in its first term is it may retain the bill for the second term. And if the Judiciary Committee, in its infinite wisdom, and I don't speak for the committee because it's a very new committee and I don't have any sense of where this bill is going, asks to retain it, that can happen. The Senate also, if the House passes it, could retain the bill until next time. So there are opportunities in the process, but there is no provision for any of us to say as House members, we're gonna stop now and send this over to the Oversight Commission.
So
It has, we are required to act, and we have only three possibilities. Ought to pass, inexpedient to legislate, or retain.
Okay.
Well, I don't know whether you want to.
Senator Barnes holding the session.
Senator Barnes?
Yeah, once you have the opportunity, and you heard the representative talk, there'll be subcommittee work on this, and you certainly have an opportunity. This commission, the chairman can appoint somebody or go himself, or let the commission know, and if anyone on the commission wants to show up, they certainly can go in and put their 2 cents right in. During that, this commission is not shut out from conversation on this. But the representative is right, there's a certain procedure, and I don't think there's too many legislators that would vote to have what you suggested happen. I don't think that's the way the thing works. But you certainly can have input, and there will be plenty of subcommittee work on this, I have a guess.
And we're gonna say, after this, what piece of paper do we have? Well, we can wait on the remedies thing, but after this, I think we'll take time to discuss specifically House Bill 135 today, this morning. Okay? 89, any knowledge on?